Eric St. Vaughn here at Wizard World for Johngy'sBeat.com. I am here with Tom Cook, artist.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, sir. I see we've got a lot of Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, I was an animator on many shows back in the 70s and 80s. Did Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, He-Man, of course, Thundar the Barbarian.
So you were a part of Filmation?
Yeah, worked Filmation for about 10 years until they closed the doors.
Wow.
They closed the doors mainly because they couldn't compete with the Japanese, because it was all the other studios sent the work over to Japan.
Did you do artwork for the show or on the actual cartoon and stuff?
Yeah, I was an animator on the cartoon. So
nice.
they gave me the scenes and I just drew whatever had to be done, you know, if He-Man's running through or...
Right. Now, from what I remember from that was that they used to do, they built up like a library of all of the individual scenes, and then they pieced it together based around the story.
That's one of the ways that they save some money, is instead of redrawing every time He-Man had to run through,
right,
they just kept what they called the stock scene.
Right.
And they would just change the background or zoom into the camera, so it always kind of looked like it was a little different, even though you could tell it was the same thing.
Right. You'd see some of the same shots, but maybe a bit different background or something.
Exactly.
So a question I've always had about that was, how often did you have to go in and draw a new scene or new picture to add to that library for a specific cartoon?
You know, I'm not sure the percentage, but I would imagine it was probably about 25% of it was the stock footage.
Yeah.
And the rest of it was redone. And even the stock footage, it didn't work all the time, so we had to like work out of the stock footage. So he would run, and then he had to do something different than just run all the way through. So then we'd take over from there. And so he'd come running in and we'd change the animation to work.
And how did you get into doing all of that?
I mean, it's a crazy story. I was a bus driver in Los Angeles.
Really?
And I took a class in college in comic book art, and the teacher worked at Hanna-Barbera.
Oh,
and
wow.
when he saw my work, he said, "I like your superhero stuff," and they're doing Super Friends.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
And we have a lot of animators that can draw Fred and Barney, but they're not very good at, you know, real characters.
Yeah.
And he could get me into a program that taught beginning animation. And in 3 weeks, they hired me.
No kidding.
And I didn't know what I was doing, and I told the director, I have no idea what I'm doing. He said, "Well, they'll team you with an animator, and you learn through that way." And
a little baptism by fire there, huh?
Yeah, so that's how I got started. And you know, after 3 years, Filmation was the only studio left. Everybody else sent the work overseas.
Wow. Well, I can tell you right now, you're talking to a long-time He-Man fan.
It's been a great convention for that. I mean, everybody's just been so nice.
Yeah. No, I grew up with it, so as a fan, I thank you for your efforts and your work on it and everything.
And thank you for helping pay my rent.
Oh, hey. If anyone wanted to follow you or learn more about you, are you online anywhere?
I have a website called comicrecreations.com, and if they wanted a commission, or I redo comic book covers for people, and any sort of art they want to do, I can do it for them.
Awesome. Well, Tom, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for